there, it's Dr. Lisa Smith from Errol Street Chiropractic, and if you sit at the desk all day and have problems with stiffness in the shoulders, neck stiffness or lower back stiffness, then I'm going to go through 5 things that you can check to see if you've actually got a back issue, you've got a functional issue with your back that you might need some help with, or if you've just got a bit of a stiff back and you're okay. So stick around and we're going to go through those very, very shortly, so stick around for that. Now, we obviously see as chiropractors lots of people with neck pain and severe back pain that really stop them from doing their work and sitting at that desk or exercising, playing with the kids, whatever it is. Now, what we often find is that these people have had a long history of this ache and stiffness and tightness that still allows them to get through their day and sit at that desk and do all those things, but it's just kind of that niggle that, they just kind of ignore because, they think it's going to go away. A lot of the time these things can develop into other issues. So let's just have a little look about what it is for your spine to be really healthy. What do you really need for that spine to be really healthy? So we need 3 things first before we go through our little 5 movement check. So we need spinal alignment. If your spine isn't well aligned, if it's not straight looking at you from front to back, if you've got tilts and issues like that, or movements off to the side with your posture, that's a problem. If we're looking at you on the side, we want to make sure we've got these lovely curves that are doing their job of giving that spine that shock absorption. We don't want to see head forward. We don't want to see hunching. These are postural issues that usually translate to structural problems underneath. The second thing we need all these spinal joints to move for your brain to be able to communicate to your cells and tissues and allow that function to occur and that movement to occur beautifully in your body. And the third thing that we need is strength. We need that core strength around that spine to hold that spine where it needs to be. So they're the 3 things that we need to have a really, really healthy spine. So what are those 5 checks that you can run through? You can do these in the office. You can, do these at home, check other family members. So it's just an indicator to, really see if there is potentially some issues that you might need to get addressed. So the first one is touching your toes. Okay, we're assessing that lumbar movement. So, keep that back straight. You can't see me doing it, but I'm going to get down and do it just to prove that I can do it. So touching toes, you should be able to touch your toes without any issues. So here we go. Not a problem, guys. I can touch my toes. So you should, and I'm in my 50s, so no excuse about age. So touching your toes is number 1. The second one that we should be able to do quite comfortably is side bending. So we should be able to get this lower hand down past our knee. So if you can do that, and we should be quite even. So check those points, around that knee from, where you can get down. It should be comfortable. You should be able to get down to about 30 degrees of lateral bend. And it shouldn't give you any pain or stiffness in that movement there. So that's the second one. The third one is getting a wall, pop your feet close to the wall, bottom to the wall, shoulder blades to the wall. And then the next thing you should be able to do is bring your arms up and your palms, or backs of your hands touching that wall. Okay, so what we don't want is for that body to arch as you do that. We should be able to keep that spine on the wall and bring those arms so the elbows are at right angles. So if you can do that, you've got some really good movement around that scapula, shoulder blade, thoracic area. Okay, so what can happen sometimes if you've got a bit of rounding, then you're really going to have trouble bringing that spine and those arms up. If you've got some problems with your shoulders because you're rounding, again, you're going to have trouble there. So that might be something that needs to be addressed. So again, that should happen quite easily, okay, and quite comfortably with your shoulder blades to the wall, okay. Now, the next thing you should be able to do is this is more of an observation. If you stand quite comfortably, feet shoulder width apart, let those arms just dangle, look straight ahead, just kind of relax there, and then look down at your hands. Where are those hands? We should really be able to see the thumbs when I'm looking at people in this posture. Now, if we're seeing the backs of your hands as you're standing there, okay, then you're rolling those shoulders. All right, now this is a problem at the desk. So, you know, we want to really be able to observe at least and know that there might be an issue before we can do anything about it. So what are those hands doing? Are your thumbs pointing forward? The last thing is just checking. So we're checking that's for the shoulders. We're going to check some rotation in the neck. So, you know, we see that, you know, a lot of times people come in with even problems away from their neck, and when we do assess their movement, because remember all your movements come from those joints in your spine, that the neck is actually stiff. Until we get in there and check, they don't realise they've even got an issue. So, turning your head, we should have 90 degrees rotation to the sides, okay? So if you're not getting that, you should be able to get your nose over that shoulder, then you're going to have some, perhaps some issues there in the joints of how those joints are functioning in that neck. So guys, if you are fine with all those movements, good on you. You don't need to come to my office. It doesn't mean that your whole spine is working perfectly, but these are just indicators. If you've got issues with all of these or most of these 5 movements that we've gone through, then give us a call. Don't wait for that severe pain to kick in and start affecting that daily life, but also might be causing some deeper issues in that spine. So get onto it, give us a buzz, jump on our website because we've got a great special in March, so you don't want to miss out on that. And we would love to see you in the office, but also, you know, please comment below if you've got any comments, or share yeah, pass this information on if it might help someone else. All right, guys, take care. Bye then.